Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 134. And today is Friday morning, and it's time to go check in the office. And I try to get to the office before the shift change for the front desk because the night people hardly know me. And I just feel better about walking in the front door, walking out the back door with those people there rather than the people who know my name and everything, even though it does pop up on the screen if they want to see it. So getting to the office nice and early. It's already 66 degrees outside. It's finally the time of year now where I don't have to turn the heat on at night because, well, maybe we'll see. Because what's been happening is it'll be in the mid-80s in the daytime and get down to 45 at night. And then you wake up and it's 65 degrees in the house. So now it's like this morning when I just left, it was exactly 70 when I left. So no issues. Anyway, we're going to head to the office. We're going to check in and we're going to leave. Today we have, oh my gosh, you cannot do that. Oh my gosh, you got a circle on a 55 mile an hour road, and you stop in the middle of the circle, let joggers go by. Jeez, cannot do that. A big truck behind me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I mean, it seems like every time I'm talking to you at this one spot, someone is doing some stupid thing that could get everybody killed. Anyway, today we have our team meeting this morning, and then that's all we have for today. So should be actually a pretty easy day. We're going to be going to multiple shops today, smaller shops, less opportunity, but need to have different things going on all the time. I can't be going to the same 2 or 3 places all the time. So Monday looks like a pretty light day, so that should be fine. All of next week looks really light, so that's good. It's part of the benefit of having summertime, just like the holiday time. Everybody is half there. We're already half there, technically, but they kind of check out and not a lot of stuff gets done, so it's really easy to make it look like you're there. Now, one thing we're changing as a team for our company is currently when you're at home, your browsing is not filtered through the network. Soon it will be, and that's a real negative because when I'm in the office, I easily make it look like I'm doing way more than I am. I have over 50 websites that deal with our industry, and I'm able to just open them up like 10 at a time and have them running in the background, and it looks like I'm constantly browsing to these sites getting information. I guess I could do that from home going forward, but it'll be more steps. Currently, I only do that at the office, and like right now, when I connect my computer to the network, I'll open up 10 or 20 sites, and it'll look like I was, working for hours, and they'll see that I was connected to the network. They'll see that I scanned my card, and that's like a complete day's work when you look at the history. But in the future it'll have to be a little bit more work, which no big deal, we can handle it. Yesterday was an okay day, a lot of walking, not a lot of money, but we're dealing with it. Looking forward to our trip coming up now in less than 3 weeks, like 19 days. That'll be fun. We'll be going to the beach, we'll be playing, so hopefully good money and a chance to relax with the family. We'll have a house, so for my team meetings and stuff, I can have my laptop sitting at a table, and it'll look like I'm at home or look like I'm in the office or whatever, without having to worry about the sun shining in my car or anything like that, or I accidentally move my leg and you can see part of the car in the background because it's not all filtered out and stuff. So so today we're gonna head off to 1, 2, 3 casinos minimum, possibly 4, and we'll see what happens. So right now I'm gonna let you go. I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, off to the races. Went to the office, checked in, and everything is good. And perfect timing as well. Ready to go, and we are heading out to our first place. We're going to be playing some slots, and we are not going to be using our card. Normally we would. This would be the only company that we would use our card, but we're not going to be using it today for various reasons. And hopefully we have a good start to the day here. So heading out to our first stop. Traffic is still very light because it's very early still, and I'll be back to update you, but the temperature's gone up 5 degrees. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back and just leaving this place. Still pretty darn quiet in here. There's probably 50 cars here only, which is not much. It's a pretty big place actually. And not a lot of good stuff in there. Played a couple okay plays, and then there was a new version of an older machine, and I played it just slightly too early. Lost about $20 on that one. Just overall, just not a lot of good stuff in there. I was down as much as 200. I was never up at all, and I ended up leaving down $81. So minus 81 to start the day. Good morning to everybody. Could have had steak and eggs, and instead I gave the casino $81. That's the kind of thing I think about, you know. These guys definitely don't deserve it, but what are you going to do? So anyway, let me get on the road and I'll be back with you. Alright guys, so here's where we're at. I just put the next stop into the GPS. We're going to get there 35 minutes before our team meeting. So it's a good thing we left early, but it's about half an hour too early. Usually, well, I guess it's better this way. I'll get a lap, do the team meeting, go back in, do another lap. It'll be like adding another place, so it'll work out well. So we'll get there half an hour before the meeting. We'll go in, look around, grab a drink, go to the car, do our team meeting, come back in, do a second lap, and then we'll continue on from there. But yeah, I mean, slow start, but it'll be okay. Temperature's back down for some reason. I don't know why, but still about 70 degrees outside. And moving on to our next spot. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. So meeting got moved, so I'm going to have to stop here in about 15 minutes and take care of this meeting. I will still be 20 minutes away from the place I was going at that point. So we're going to stop. We'll pull over, find a safe place in the shade, do our 1 hour long meeting, and then we'll continue on with our day. So unfortunate, but it's okay. We can handle it. Right now the temperature is up to 80 and still driving here to our next spot. I'll be back. All right guys, back with you. That meeting was about as useless as can be, but what are you gonna do? Got to make your appearance, got to keep things up. I was just thinking as I was pulling out of that gas station I just stopped at. I originally stopped at a rest area, but I didn't have a signal, so I drove another 5 miles and went to a gas station. But I was just thinking, you know, as bad as this year has been, I'm still making more this year from Advantage Play than my job. And I would say after taxes, I've already made about more than 3/4 of a year's worth of pay at my job. I mean, and this is a bad year for me. So, but you know, you need both. You need both to be able to make a living right now. So, gotta keep going. So, right now we're continuing on. It's going to be about 20 minutes. We will get to our next stop, and I'll be back to update you. Came all the way out here, and there is nothing here right now. And I can see where someone's been here already, and all the clamping down that they've done, and getting rid of people and all that kind of stuff, and still there is nothing here. So pretty bad so far. Haven't taken $1 out of my pocket yet, still looking around. Long drive for nothing, but I'll be back. Alright guys, at least we have the weather, that's for sure. So it looked like there was someone in there, and there must have been, but really didn't see the person. Potentially Saw two people walking in later on, but made a lot of plays, and overall just couldn't get anything going. I ended ahead $6, and after that, there was a machine that I had played in Vegas at the Rio, actually, and I thought I had it down, and I guess maybe I do, but the return to player here is poor. It's one of these places that's kind of a casino, but not a casino, so the RTP is a little lower. So I ended up playing that, and actually switched things around from being slightly ahead to slightly behind. So right now I just got back to my car, and yeah, man, it's another tough one. We already got a lot of walking in today, but not a lot of money. So I want to get something to eat, but I'm not positive as to what I want. Really not sure. I got plenty of time. It's still early. I don't have a lot of stops left, but just couldn't find any good plays. Everything that I found was okay, and you'd win a few bucks, and all mediocre stuff, nothing good. So, and I can see that they are clamping down. I see a lot more people walking around looking for people checking machines. So I had to do a lot of look the other way and whistle type stuff. But overall, there really wasn't much there anyway. So a lot of these places are removing the good machines, and they're looking for people who are checking them anyway. So not the greatest. So let's move on here. Let's find something to eat. We'll move on and have at least one more, maybe two more stops. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and so I got some things to go over with you. I was watching YouTube. I was watching Ryan DePaulo. Actually, I like the little attitude that he's got, and honestly, I'm getting a little bit sick of Daniel Negreanu. Honestly, I know he's done great things. Whoop-de-doo. Anyone who does something a billion times is going to improve. I'm not downplaying what he's done. But when everything he talks about is like, it has nothing to do with what we're doing here. You know, we're listening and watching because we want to talk about poker. And he's talking about playing golf and all these other things. Anyway, not to get too far off track here. So I'm watching Ryan DePaulo, and I get a text message or a call from my son. And he said, internet company needs to fix this cable. I just ran over it with a lawnmower. So we have fiber optic internet. So like speeds start at like 500 meg. So it's good. It's a good speed. The prices are good. It's like 500 up and 500 down for the speeds, which usually uploading is way, way less. Like we used to have Spectrum or whatever, and it was like 100 down and 10 up. This is like 500 up and 500 down. So it's a great speed, and it's cheap. It's like, for my mom, currently she's paying $40 a month. I'm paying, I think, $70. I think the 40 only lasts for so long. But anyway, there's a guy in our neighborhood. When our neighborhood was built, it's about 30 houses, and you were forced to build a home within, I think, 2 years or 3 years or something like that when people bought the land there. This is before we moved there. So one guy bought the land, and he didn't want to build yet. So he built just a little shed garage type thing, just so that he could fulfill what it says. You know, it didn't say certain number of square feet or anything like that. So he built a small thing like that and left it. The neighborhood was built up around it. We have, electric, we have gas, we have all kinds of stuff running through their internet, buried electric cables, everything. And now he decides that he wants to build a house. So there's a pond nearby, and his part of the pond has a pipe that's clogged that's going into my backyard, which causes flooding in my backyard. I've already lost 2 sheds due to the flooding, and it's been such a mess, and I can't wait for this guy to just not even stay in the neighborhood, just to leave. Anyway, all this back and forth with the county and the city. Okay, you guys are going to have to pay a portion of the repair bill. Okay, you're not going to have to. It's been 5 years. Finally, they say, okay, I think the city's going to pay for it. Now, I have no clue, but before they were saying that we were going to pay over 10 years or something. Anyway, I had spent a lot of my own money with a backhoe and losing, like I said, 2 sheds, my chicken coop, all this other stuff, flooding my backyard, all kinds of mess back there. I can't even mow the lawn half the time because it's flooded. And finally that's getting resolved, but now he wants to add internet to his house. Well, they've already added the fiber optic lines to all the houses that exist, and because now he wants to have the fiber optic, they have to rerun the cable. So there's about 200 feet in the back of my yard that has a cable running on the outside of the ground, on the top of the ground, and then on the side there's about another 150 feet of line running to my house. Well, my boy was mowing the lawn, and this has been out there for so long, he forgot about it. He ran over it, he cut it up. It still seems like it works, but I called this company and I was on hold forever. Well, first I tried to do a chat, and that took forever. And no, you can't do that, you have to do this, you have to do this first, you have to do that first, back and forth. They set an appointment for someone to come out and to fix the damage to the line because they noticed that there's damage to my internet. Then they sent me a message saying that no, actually you can just restart your modem and that should fix the damage. Well, no, I've got a picture, it's damaged. So I call, I'm on hold for like 15 minutes, finally talk to a guy. Oh yeah, we'll take care of it, I'll send, someone's coming out, I see it already, it's already been taken care of. I said, no, what's on there is someone's going to come out and fix the internet problem that we're having because there's some damage. But that doesn't fix the fact that I've got close to 400 feet running through my yard right now, and you know it's a big problem already. So, oh yeah, we're gonna definitely send someone out there to assess it on Monday. I said, hold it. I said, I just want you to know, I'm recording this call. I don't want anyone to come out to assess it. I want someone to come out to fix it. If someone comes out Monday and they only assess it and they don't fix it, I will be there. I will cut the cable on both ends and I will hand it to them. I don't care if all the neighbors get mad at me or not. They need to fix it. Oh yeah, I assure you. I said, you know what? It doesn't sound like you know what you're talking about. Let me talk to a manager. Send me over to a person, obviously in the Philippines, using all the lingo that they use. Oh, I assure you, oh, you this, and we want you to have experience, and this and that. I'm not interested in any of that language. I told the lady, I said, look, I already told the guy, if it's not fixed, I'm cutting the line. Figure out what you need to do, get the right people out there the first time to fix it, or there's not going to be any internet in my neighborhood because I will cut it all off. So she said that, yeah, we'll take care of it. So, okay, we'll see. So Monday between 8 a.m. and noon, someone's going to be coming out. We'll see what happens. You know, I don't want to cut it, but I would like them to get off their butt and do something. It's been months of this. So that's that. And I didn't finish talking to them until I was already in the casino. This one is very saturated with people. And this is why I usually just go to a few casinos now, because I'm either ejected from some casinos or there's very little opportunity in some casinos. But there was very little opportunity in there, and I looked and finally found something and played it through and made a little bit of money. But overall, this place is awful. Now there is a jackpot that may be in range that I may have to come back for. I'm not positive about the math. I sent a message to a friend of mine. There are 2 machines with similar numbers that I believe are in range, but we'll find out. If so, I probably won't come back till next week because I don't know if it's even worth it. I mean, the jackpot's not that high. It's under $1,000, so I may just wait till next week and come back then. So I may actually just come straight here and then go to a different region, just skip over a couple casinos on the way that aren't really that worth the time, and just come here and then go to another region from here. So that's a possibility maybe for Wednesday. if those two are actually plays. I ended my session ahead $169, and right now we are continuing on trying to figure out if I want to go to one more place or not. I don't like the area here. It's run down, it's nasty, there isn't a lot of opportunity. The people are aggressive who are in these casinos. They're low quality people for the most part. My friends all used to be in this area, and they conducted themselves a lot better than the people who are still here do. So I just don't like to be around the people in this area. I want to make money, but there's a certain point where it's not worth the headache. So anyway, right now we are continuing on, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I just came up to the exit where I had to make a decision if we're moving on to another place or we're heading toward home. And yes, we are heading further away from home and heading to another casino. So right now, feeling okay. It's early enough that we can make this addition. These casinos are relatively close to each other, only about an hour and a half apart each. This one's a little bit further, but it's not a terrible day. So right now, just going to continue on to the next place. Beautiful sky, 86 degrees right now, feeling okay. Haven't really made any money. What have I made? I broke even. I'm down a little bit. I'm up a little bit. I have no idea. Maybe barely up. So let's move on to another spot here. Hopefully have a good finish to our day, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, as we are arriving at our next spot, I was just watching an AP on YouTube, and he got flat bet, and he's like, yeah, 99% of my interactions with casinos when I get backed off are just a flat bet or very kind, they're very nice, all that stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I'm the nicest guy in the casinos. I last for years. Every interaction has been nasty for me. Maybe because I last for years, and maybe because their butt is sore because they were taken in by me for so long that now they're really upset with me. But all of my interactions have been, you got to leave right now, here's a trespass letter, the cops are with them, or something like that. Every single interaction has been like that. Give me your ID or you have to leave. I leave, I get a trespass notice anyway. It's like, I don't get it, man. It's other than because I've lasted so long at these places that they just feel like I took advantage of them. It must, now you see what we feel like as players, how with casinos taking advantage of us. But the one time you take advantage of them and you win money, then all of a sudden they're nasty to you. But my interactions have all been nasty. I can't recall one good interaction. So I can recall one good experience, maybe two, where they were going to back me off and I talked my way out of it. The one guy that tried to tell me what the count was and it was wrong, and I did what he told me and raised my bet even though it was negative, and I got a blackjack, and then I said, what should I do next? And he walked away, and I won back all the money I was down. That's one. That might be the only one. I'm trying to think here. Lately, even in Vegas, I've been getting some heat, and I'm not even spreading that much. So good for him that most of his interactions have been good, and he was spreading 50 to 500, but most of my interactions have not been good. Do not have mercy on these casinos. Anytime you can take money from them, do it. I remember in one Discord channel, and also there's some, there was some other podcasts, and I heard people say, I go get a coffee just to cost the money. I don't care. I want to take everything with me because I want to cost the casino money. And I feel the same way, man. I really do. I just got a text message from a host, actually, at the casino I'm going to right now. And they have a gift for me. It's so fitting that I was just complaining about them. But they have a gift for me. I do not use my card here, generally. And but they said next time you come in, we got a gift for you. I said, well, I'm going to be there in 30 minutes, so we'll go in there and get this gift. It's worth like $300, so good for me, I guess. But let's go in there, make some money, and I'll be back to update you. Oh boy, we get some high quality individuals around here. The valet was just walking out and kicks the door open like he's some 2-year-old. Ridiculous. What customer service, man. What customer service. Shirt untucked, looking like he just left a homeless shelter or something. A little bit of bread in his hand. Crouched over in the corner like a squirrel eating his bread. Ridiculous. Let's get over here to the car. I got a big heavy package here. Oh, come on, man. See, these cars are kind of weird. If you grab the passenger door with the key in your hand, it unlocks the rear passenger door as well. But if you grab the rear passenger door, okay, if you do the front one, anyway, the left side doesn't unlock both doors, the right side does. Kind of weird, but whew, it is hot, man. All right, I'm just leaving. A lot of stuff happened there. So, like I said, they called me and they said they had a present for me. Turned out this was something from a long time ago, and they had just received it for whatever reason. I went in and got it. It weighs like 40 pounds. So, good gift. Go home, take that home. I got another gift already from another place that I don't even use a card. And, you know, that's the thing, man, building relationships. I didn't even want the gift, but sometimes I'll get a free meal or a free gift or something without even asking for it because the people there like me so much and they know I don't use a card. And they're like, oh yeah, you should be the top level here. Here's a whatever. Here's a burger. Here's a whatever. I don't know. Whatever they give away, pots and pans and stuff like that. Anyway, I go in. Man, it's so warm. Go in, walking around, seeing nothing. It's getting busier and busier. I didn't realize it, but they have some kind of a giveaway which I qualify for, but I don't really care. It's like a game that you play, and then you have so many chances and all this stuff. I don't have the patience for that. It's not a big enough prize. I'm talking about 50 and 100 and 200. And there's all these people in there. I don't have that many entries. So, and I'm not even using a card. So, but you know how if you have a card with a place, sometimes you get some default entries. I don't really keep track of that stuff. I know people who have done that stuff and done really, really good things with it, but I don't do it. Anyway, go around to the back area. There's 3 machines I want to check. It's actually 4. One of them, a lady's on it the whole time, and I knew she was going to be because I've seen her before, and she never gets up, man. She doesn't understand how stuff works. If something says must hit by $100 and it's at $999.99, it doesn't take a genius to know that you're probably going to hit it. But when it resets, and it resets down to 700, and you're like, look, it's so close, it's at 700. No, it reset to 700. These people will hit it and blow right by it and go all the way through again trying to hit it again. People are so ridiculous. Anyway, she was there the whole time. Then there was a group of 3 machines. I go to check those. There's a lady there the whole time. I go to the back one. I don't see a play. As I'm walking away, out of the corner of my eye, I see a play on the 3rd machine that this other lady is on. So I'm like, okay, let me see. She's got $4 in there. I go around the corner, hide behind the machine, watch, and it looks like she's going to leave. She finally leaves, and I pull up, and I'm looking for her. I can't find the play. Like $1, $2, $3. Where is this play? It's at $4 a spin. Good play, good everything, ready to go. I figured it's going to take 25, 30 spins. Took over 400 spins. Now, this machine in particular, you can pretty much guess how many spins it's going to take, but every once in a while it gets a little stubborn, and then it goes all the way to the limit and kind of screws you at the end. And I was in this machine for a total, and this is the controversy. I think I was in for a total of 700. It's possible I was in for a total of 800. I'm not positive, but going back through my mind here and thinking about the vouchers that I cashed out, usually when I cash out an amount, I fold the money in half, I put it in my pocket, and I use different money at the next casino. Then I can always go back and check myself before I wreck you at myself, you know. Anyway, I go back and I can check, how much money I made in case there's a discrepancy or I forgot to put it in or something like that. So going back and checking that, I believe I was in for $700. I ended up getting up from that machine with $254. $254. And so I'm not happy, obviously. And so I move on. I find another machine, and it's not great, not bad. So I sit down, play that one. I get a quick hit on that one, make like $80 back, and then play some other odds and ends here and there. And now I've built it back up, and I've got 690 out of the 700. Then there's these 3 other machines similar to the first 3 machines that I talked about, but this is a new version of the same game. And I go to check one, and there's this little old lady, Asian lady in front of me, taking her sweet time, but blocking me so I can't walk around her. Blocking. Oh man, I'm gonna have to change my route here. Yeah, I gotta switch roads. Hold on 1 second. Okay, interesting. I was gonna switch routes to the other route, but it's saying that it's still faster this way, which is kind of hard to believe here. Put this thing on mute so it doesn't start talking about road names and stuff. Okay, so she's blocking me. Gets to the machine. Of course, she goes around the long way and then sits down. And I'm like, you dirty chicken. All right, fine. I get up, I walk around, and I sit at another machine just waiting to see which one of these 3 is going to open up. And soon one of them opens up. She runs over there, but she doesn't know how to even look at it. She looks at like the wrong stuff. So I come back around and check it. There's nothing there. And then I'm getting ready to leave, and the 3rd machine opens up, and I sit down, and it's one of these weird situations where it's like the minimum jackpot, not the minimum, the middle jackpot, which is difficult to hit, but it's getting so close. And I'm like, man, I'm going to be in this for a long time. It's going to be a lot of spins. But I got lucky. It hit pretty quick. And I ended up leaving ahead $156. So $156. It looked like it was going to be a horrible day, starting with minus 81 and then just staying flat for a long time. But picked up some money here at these last 2 spots. These aren't like tremendous places, but it worked out, and it was lucky. I decided to come to this place just before this person said they had this gift for me, and I was really regretting coming here because it's like, that wasn't really the reason I came here, but I came here and I was going to get a gift, and I felt like I was going to be ahead 300 right away for the value of the gift, and then next thing you know, I'm in for 700 in this machine, and then I walk away with only $200. I was actually down to my last $10 in that machine, and that money carried me all the way back, and plus $156. So while I was in there, I saw a guy that I knew. Can't say a friend of mine, but a guy that I knew, and talked to him for a second, and he's like, I'm really happy. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, I got this girl waiting for me upstairs. I'm like, what girl? I don't know. Here's the room number, and I'm happy. I'm like, okay. Don't explain it to me. I don't want to know about it, but do whatever you think is best. So, whatever. I'm not into any of that stuff at all. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't make me feel important or in any way excite me at all. It's just so stupid, really. I'm not a drinker. I don't go running after girls. I don't do any of that stuff. I have a family. I'm trying to make money. I'm enjoying traveling around the country and stuff, and I don't need any stupid stuff in my life. So, anyway, what should we do? Should we do some segments? What did you eat today, MW? Well, it's actually kind of interesting because after I left my second casino, I was going to go to Wendy's, and I just felt like having some chili or something like that. So I open up the Wendy's app, and there's a Wendy's like a mile from this casino. So I put it in, and it says 3.5 miles away. And I refresh it, 3.5 miles. I put in the city, it says 3.5 miles. I'm like, that's really weird. Let me go to the maps. I went to the maps. I found it on maps. I copied the address. I pasted it into my Wendy's app. And it doesn't come up. I'm like, that's so strange. I can see it from here. I drive over there. I'm like, okay, well, let me verify that I have my location on, which I do. And I pull into their parking lot, and it's closed. They actually shut down the Wendy's. You don't really see that happen very often. Now, Burger King, maybe. Some other places, maybe. But Wendy's is pretty well established, especially in a busy place like that, unless they're going to rebuild it or something. But all the signs were gone except for the big main sign. So I don't know if they're going to do some kind of remodel or what was happening there. But there was a Burger King next door. I looked at the Burger King app. They had free any size fries with a $3 purchase. Now Wendy's had free any size fries with a $5 purchase. This was actually a little bit better. So I'm like, what am I going to order? Some little tiny burger? I mean, what's going to be $3? So I'm scrolling through, and I see kids meals. So I order a cheeseburger kids meal, which was $3.99, and there's no tax. Well, there is tax, but anyway, $3.99. And then I upgraded to a chocolate milk. So I got a chocolate milk with fries and the burger and a toy. I believe that's everything. Yeah, for like $4.29 or something like that, and a large fry. So I ate that, and that was pretty good. It really was. But you know, I really feel like I'm right on the edge here of like changing my whole diet, my whole life, the way I do things, and start like packing stuff every day, yogurt with fruit, some kind of chicken or steak or something like that that's just grilled and really delicious and yummy, you know, something that you can really enjoy without all the pesticides and stuff. We have another half cow coming pretty soon that we ordered from a farmer, and it's just so nice not to have that beef where they put in the artificial colors. It's a gas to keep it looking fresh. It's just so gross. Anyway, so I give that Burger King like a 8 on a scale of 2 through 8. So I feel like my numbering has gone down lately. And what did you tip today, MW? I actually played no tables today, and I got nothing from a waitress, and just played slots today. So I tipped $0. And what did you learn today, MW? Yeah, I learned that even this place that's kicked everybody out still has people in there. And since they reduced the number of machines and kicked people out, and the close by casino to that one also reduced the number of machines, it's just not a good area. I'm going to wait for my friend to get back to me about that one play, and if it's a play, we'll go there Wednesday on our way to wherever we're going Wednesday, but we'll go there first and then we'll move on. So right now, heading home on this beautiful day, 89 degrees outside. And I'll catch up with you. What's today? Friday? Is it really Friday? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's Friday. So I'll catch up with you guys on Sunday. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com. mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.